Hello and greetings this morning. So yeah, not too long ago, my sister came and got my daughter and drove her to school. Now I'm kind of sad and a little bit emotional because my daughter has to go to school on crutches. There was an incident that happened at the school last week. Her teacher had her to stand on a chair and get something, and when my daughter stepped down, after she told the teacher she didn't see what it was that the teacher wanted her to get, my daughter fell. And on top of that, I don't appreciate the fact that the teacher laughed right along with all the other kids, when my daughter fell and hurt herself. Because when my daughter fell at the school and hurt herself, she got dizzy and passed out and had a headache and everything. And then I'm at home and trying to get over the aftermath of quitting the job. And then while I'm in the kitchen cooking, I get a phone call. Well, I didn't answer my phone in time enough. And it was the school nurse. And the school nurse told me what had happened to my daughter. And my daughter ended up having to come home to me that same day. That was on a Tuesday last week. And my daughter has been here a total of 5 to 6 days. It has not been easy because my daughter has been crying day and night. My daughter is very active. She likes to move around. She likes to be hanging out at the pool area. She's in activities at school. She's in track. And she's in volleyball. And another activity. She can't do none of those things. And she can't participate in gym or anything with the crutches. And so it's just hard for me to watch my daughter go through that and hopping on the crutches and stuff, because she's 15 and this happened to her about the crutches. My experience when I was 14 years old, long time ago, and a chandelier fell on my foot and there was a hole in my foot. I will never forget it. And I started screaming because blood started splattering everywhere. And my siblings at the time was like around 4 and 5. They started screaming because I screamed. So I had a surgery. I had a surgery at 14 on my foot and ended up having to be on crutches. Now, I went to school the next week, me thinking, oh, I'm hurt, I'm on crutches, and I just had a surgery, so I get to stay home. No. The next week, I had to go to school, just like that, hopping on the crutches. Didn't have nobody during the lunchtime to carry my tray. I had to do that myself. I think maybe the first day somebody carried my lunch tray. And after that, I had to do everything on my own. But the hardest thing was anytime the school bell rang for us to exchange classes, because yes, I was in middle school at the time. I'm trying at the time. I'm hopping on crutches. And the kids at the time is running, trying to get to class. And some of them even bumped into me, didn't say excuse me or nothing. But at the time, a lot of kids around my age at that time asked me what happened, and they gave me money. Everybody was giving me $1 every day. because they saw that I was vulnerable and helpless and on crutches. Now, here's the part that I'm about to say. Why I say my experience being on crutches was not easy. I had a bully at the time, and it was this girl, this fat girl. I mean, she was fat. And she was ugly. Yes, I'm not just calling her ugly because she was bullying me. She was ugly, period. And before the incident happened with me getting on crutches, she used to bully me, and she used to tell me all the time that she was going to beat me up. So every day in gym class, she used to tell me, oh, you go put my hula hoop and my jump rope up, and if you don't do it, I'm going to beat your ass. And I believed her. And part of me, I always fantasize about, because back then we had to sit on the bleachers in the gym class. I would always fantasize about pushing her off those bleachers and making her injure herself. But I know if I had done that, it would have been some shit. Her parents would have tried to sue my mama. So even though I was tempted to do that to her, I never did. I just used to fantasize about pushing her off the bleachers and making her harm herself. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm on crutches. She sees me. She asks me what happened. And then she says, I'm going to be helping you. Yeah, I do remember she did a couple of times, about 3 times during lunchtime, she carried my lunch tray for me. She was packing my backpack. Now, she would see our peers, other kids, give me $1. Some of them gave me more than $1, maybe $5. And she would make me give her the money. Like she was the one on crutches. Now, mind you, she knew that the money was for me. And one day, another girl who was in class with me and her, who took classes with me and her, had said to her, why are you taking money that people give her? Well, it's because, this is what she said, it's because I'm up here helping her and ain't nobody else helping her, so she might as well give me the money for helping her. And I turned and looked at her. I said, if you don't want to help me, you don't have to, because I never asked. If I had knew that you felt like I needed to pay you because you was helping me because I'm hopping on these crutches, I would not have accepted your help. And starting tomorrow, you don't have to carry my lunch tray anymore either. That's what I said to her. So she had stopped helping me. She only was helping me for a week at the school. Mind you, I only had to be on those crutches for 2 weeks and a half. 2 weeks and a half. My daughter has to be on crutches for 2 weeks now. So, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the time, every time somebody would come up to me and give me $1 because they would see me hopping on those crutches, I would give the money to her because I was still afraid that she was gonna beat me up. And she knew that. She knew that I was afraid of her because she was real big and fat. And we're both in the 6th grade. I think I was in the 6th or the 7th. I'm not sure. I don't remember too well. But she knew I was scared of her. And she knew that's why I was giving her the money. Because I only weighed 110 or 120. I was very skinny in middle school. She was real fat. Real fat. Bigger than me. So I don't ever want my daughter to, I hope, so far, my daughter probably only got in an argument with one person, and it was a boy. But, everybody else that will see her on crutches today, the ones who laughed at her when she fell the day that she got injured, I don't know, I'm sure when my daughter get here on the weekend, because every weekend my daughter is here with me, I'm sure my daughter is going to tell me the details of what happened at school. And I've already prayed on it and I asked God to protect my child while my child is at school hopping on those crutches, because I know it can't be easy for her, because a long time ago when I was 14, it wasn't easy for me. And then I had to hop up, going up the school bus. I had to hop on that school bus. I just felt like I shouldn't have had to go to school on crutches, because I was already struggling. My mom and my sisters, we all lived in a 2-bedroom in the projects at that time. A 2-bedroom apartment. I was 14. And the apartment was up some stairs. The projects. We had to walk up the stairs to get to the apartment. And that was not easy for me to hop up those steps after I would hop off the school bus every day and hop up those stairs to get to my house. And then on top of that, I'm going to school having to deal with this fat girl that was bullying me before I got on crutches, and she's bullying me while I'm on crutches too. So it's like, the bitch didn't even have too much of a sympathy for me to not, like, just taking money from me and stuff. And then just because she was carrying my tray maybe 2 or 3 times during lunch that she was doing me a favor. She wasn't doing it because she felt sorry for me. She wasn't doing it to be nice. She was doing it for a handout. She wanted whatever money. Everybody kept giving me money every day, giving me dollars. And she would see that, and she wanted that money. So, like, that's why I say my experience being on crutches at 14, that was worse than what, I feel like this is my daughter's first day back at school since she's been on crutches. And I'm hoping and praying that she have a good day today at school. But yeah, I would just never forget my experience. My daughter is 15 and she's on crutches for now. She has 1 more week to be on crutches, and then after the next week, then she won't have to worry about being on crutches anymore. But I told my child, please, if that teacher ever asks you to stand up on a chair, or any teacher, to get something, you tell them no. Because you hurt yourself. And then on top of that, she's the teacher, and she's going to sit up there and laugh right along with the kids. What the fuck? I didn't appreciate that, knowing all that, when my child told me that day. I'm about to end this video. I do have to go in my washroom and wash some clothes. And until I post my next video, until then, y'all stay blessed.